Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Every good hero. You should have some.
All right, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. It's you want to say it's a moral victory. It's a 2017 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. You're going to point a lot. You're going to try to point out a lot of things. Kansas City, of course, drive got extended on that one play on the questionable call. It wasn't really a questionable call against Oshane Ximines, which negated the interception, which really could have helped us put us in a better position to win. You look at the Giant defense. The Giant defense really stepped up again today, 2 weeks in a row. You gotta give all the credit to the world to Patrick Graham and his defensive philosophy against the Kansas City Chiefs. They held Patrick Mahomes to 29 of 48 for 275, a touchdown and an interception, 2 sacks only. But the secondary played well. Yeah, Tyreek Hill had his 12 catches for 94 yards, but he was only held to 7.8 yards a catch and 1 touchdown. You know, Travis was pretty much a non-factor. Also had the fumble, was 4 targets, 27 reception, 27 yards, 6.8 yards a catch. I mean, it was a game that you thought we could have had. It's a game where the offense kind of sputtered again. The second touchdown on the third and fourth to Evan Ingram was, of course, because of the fumble. I mean, it's, again, you look at the stat line for Daniel Jones, and I'm not putting the blame on him, but he's 22 of 32 for 222, 6.9 yards. It's just not there offensively. Booker to his point, 15 carries for 60 yards, 4 yards a carry. It's just not there, and you're gonna blame the lack of weapons. You're gonna blame the injuries. You're gonna say, oh, a couple wins here, a couple breaks here, and we're not sitting at 2-6. But you are sitting at 2-6, and you're coming up on a short week, and you go on to play the Raiders at home. It is what it is. I mean, you can't look at this team and look at this organization and say they are demonstrably on the right track. You really can't. Defensively, like I said, we put a nice game plan together. Dory Jackson did have 12 tackles, but only 1 pass defense. And most of the time they were making tackles, 6-7 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. That's where he's getting his plays. Logan Ryan came up big in spots, which is what we needed him to do. Same with Tay Crowder. Tay Crowder played well at times, but it was just not there. It was just not the night for us. If I was hoping for a little bit more during this game and through this game, it was a field goal battle at the end. When the Giants went into halftime down 14-10, you kind of felt that maybe the momentum shift was going to go towards the Giants. Like I said, they didn't come up with a touchdown until later in the fourth quarter. I mean, I'm not putting the blame on this on Daniel Jones. It's a game that a couple breaks here and there can go either way. But you know what? Like they always say with the quarterback, they get too much credit when you win. They get too much credit when too much blame when they lose. It's just, I don't want to hear anything about moral victories with this team because there is no moral victories when you're 2-6 and you're going up against the Raiders, who's another good team. I mean, but like I said, you have to give the defense credit. They did hold Kansas City to 20 points. They did turn around and, they were able to get the INT for Mahomes. There were 2 fumbles. They lost one and they recovered one. So the fumble bug, is still hitting, or I should say the turnover bug is still hitting the Chiefs. Daniel Jones, of course, he had the fumble, he had the interception. I mean, it is, the fumble wasn't lost. At least we should rephrase that. He just fumbled. It doesn't mean he lost the ball. You know what? It's a game that you would have hoped for a different outcome. We're going to do a better breakdown tomorrow. You would hope for a different outcome, but going into 2-6, you're 8 games into the season. It's going to take a miracle to turn this season around. We lose next week, the season's pretty much over. I mean, the season's pretty much over now, but if you lose next week, the season's done. you have to just hope for better days. I would not be shocked if, I would be shocked now if Gellerman or Garrett or anyone got fired at the end of this year. At the end of this game or going in tomorrow, because you also have the trade line tomorrow. We'll see if Evan Ingram's still here. It's nice to see him get a touchdown, build up his trade value a little bit. But you know what? It's just another day in Giants Nation. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could maybe subscribe, ring that bell thing, what it means, that'd be awesome.